Hey, alright, had to change out the memory card. Well, I don't have another memory card, so I had to pull all of the video and pictures that my son took on my GoPro off onto the computer so I can go through them later and figure out what we're keeping and what we're getting rid of. But this was that last batch of seeds. I wasn't able to get all the stuff out of it. There's a lot of sticks and stuff in there, but that's fine. I'll go through it later. With have to buy a sieve for it. But yeah, not quite as many seeds as the first go around, but still a lot. So what we're going to do is just get them put up, even with all of the extra. Like I said, I'll go through it later and get it all cleaned up. So if anybody who's watching this, if y'all want some of these, just let me know and I'll figure out how to get you guys some seeds from them. They're really pretty plants. These originally came from Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company, and I think they did pretty well around here. They're a pretty plant as well. The leaves are a really pretty red color, and like I said, we attempted to play around and see if we could get like homemade pink dye out of it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into how to make my own dye, just for fun. It's not something I really plan on doing much of in the future, but you know, if you can't have fun with it, why do it in the first place? And you know, the all work and no play. I enjoy learning new things and just having a blast. And in fact, speaking of learning new things, I'll be putting up a update video in the future about the progress with college. I'll be hopefully starting soon. I just have one little some edits to make on my letter to the college, and once that's done, I will finish out my application for spring, and I'll start the process of pursuing my master's degree with a focus on the aquaponics and aquaculture. I think we're leaning towards using shrimp. I think that would be fun, playing with that, because invertebrates are easier to use. Well, there we go. That's a lot of seeds that we got from that batch, and that was just the three, maybe 4 plants that we had in the system. I'm going to clean this off real quick and then clean this area, and I'll bring everything out and show you all the seeds that I've collected this season, and we can go from there. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, I'm going to get these all settled too, separated. I really need my new glasses. I hope they come in soon. Make all this a little bit easier. Alright, there we go. A bunch of those little bitty seeds right there. Those are Rustivia. And I'll just go ahead and scoop them up in here. And I will actually try to plant these this next season. Just to get my own little, my very own homegrown stevia plants going. There we go. Oop. Alright. I need to get my pen so I can write down on these what I have. Now I bought these actually for keeping ants, starting ant queens, and I haven't had any luck yet. And then let's get the lettuce. This is the Seed Saver lettuce that I got at the, I actually picked a bunch of this up at the library seed bank. There was like maybe 10 seeds per little pouch, and to tell you the truth, I ended up with more than 10 seeds per flower. Use the bottom of it. It's over here. Now the plants did finally die after they started getting a little ratty looking. But some of them have already started to reseed. I have a volunteer popping up with my turnips that I planted in my aquaponic system. I planted them for the greens, even though I do like to walk around the yard with a pocket knife, cutting off a piece of turnip and eating it. Used to do that every year with my grandfather, walking around his gardens. And hopefully soon, I get to do that with my sons as they get older and can start helping out some more out in the garden. Because I want to teach them the importance of knowing where your food comes from. I've always enjoyed the knowledge that I can grow my own food. I know how to butcher chickens, rabbits. I know how to process them. Stuff my father taught me growing up. Stuff my grandfather taught me growing up in the garden. And stuff that my uncle taught me back in the swamps as far as hunting and fishing goes. 3 men in my life who have taken on different roles, very similar roles, but slightly different, on teaching me how to be self-sufficient. And I am excited to start teaching my children the same lessons. And I'm excited that I get a chance to share those lessons with you guys as well. It's pretty awesome. It's one thing. YouTube has definitely been able to open doors for that. Even if I never get more than 20 or 30 people watching my videos, I still know that I have a few friends that are watching that are learning something, because they get in touch with me on Facebook all the time and tell me how much they enjoy my videos and my interests and stuff. Some distant family, cousins that I don't really get to talk to very often follow me and stuff, so that's it's the important things in life. Learning how to live, and my dream one day is to basically just live off of the land that we own. Now I know I'm going to have to generate an income in order to pay electricity and taxes and stuff like that, but just being able to live and survive on the land is something that it's one of those generational things that I've got going for me, and it's there's a strong urge to get back to that. Yeah, it can be hard sometimes, especially during times of drought and stuff like that. Well, that's where aquaponics comes in. And time of drought, you're not worried too much about water because you have an enclosed system that recycles the water that you have in it. And instead of having to spend time watering acres upon acres of land, you have your one little system, whether it's a media system like mine, or the wrapped systems, or anything like that. You have the water in it already, and you just have to replace what the plants are using and what evaporates, which, if you have it set up to reduce that, it's less time. You're spending less money. You're spending on water, less resources you're using to refill. I'm not going to get all this fuzz out of here. Get as much as I can, some of the bigger stuff. And if those little, if the seeds are attached to the fuzz that's in my hand, we'll just pop them off. But I had, I want to say 3 heads of lettuce, and that's the amount of seeds I got from that lettuce, the Seed Saver lettuce. It's a really pretty little guy. If you'll look back in my videos, you'll see it's the one that's kind of a muddled reddish color. It's the lettuce that has, it's green and red, and it's really pretty. I really enjoy it. It tastes pretty good too. Like, it's really good on sandwiches and in salads. I was harvesting leaves off of it for a few weeks before it started bolting, because it just got so hot. I'm actually going to throw a few of these seeds in my system to get them growing, so we can get some more lettuce before winter. Cut down on what we have to buy from the store, because that, my friends, is the goal. And yeah, so we'll get, I know I said I was going to get all that cleaned up, and then there I go making another mess. So I'm not going to worry about the bunch of stuff down in the bottom there. Let me get the rest of these seeds up in here, and I'll show you what we got this year from the garden and from some grocery store stuff. This isn't counting the stuff I still have out there that hasn't gone to seed yet, or that is working on going to seed right now. But let's do the lineup. Alright, so we've got the Seed Saver lettuce right here. The Colossal Red Gold Bicolor Marigolds. The Orange Hawaiian Marigolds right there. The Stevia. Yeah. And I need to mark on these. The lettuce leaf, or not the lettuce leaf, the spinach leaf amaranth. Our dragon fruit seeds from the store-bought dragon fruit, and I have had luck with store-bought dragon fruit in the past, being able to get the seeds to sprout. When we lived in Ohio, I had a red one that with white flesh that I think I had probably 150 seeds sprout out of the 175 that I tossed in the soil. So fairly certain those will sprout. The Suyo Long cucumber, I have a lot of these. I can send a handful out to anybody who wants them. Just you can message me on Instagram. As long as you're in the States. I don't know anything about sending this type of stuff overseas. Oh, here's some more Seed Saver lettuce. So I'll actually move that stuff over here. I'll clean this out, move it over, all that over to here. But this is the original Seed Saver lettuce stuff, and you see I haven't cleaned it yet. So I'll take care of that later. And then my Camo eggplant. And I am really excited to get a whole mess of these growing next season. But as far as what I've accomplished so far, I've gotten, I would say that my aquaponics this past season has been extremely successful, and I will keep it going and make changes as necessary, and look for an upcoming video where I do a quick rundown of what we've got growing out there right now, and I will see you guys later. Y'all have a good one.